Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday, guys. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend here. I was actually just finishing up an edit for the beginnings of Japanese or IJN week with a pretty gnarly replay here in the Zao. And that was before the Straight Arrow Velos ship teaser was dropped by the World of Warships Legends official YouTube page. We're going to go ahead and let this play. We are going to go over the ship stats and a little bit about the ship. But very American from appearance, but it is actually the first Greek ship according to the World of Warships Legend, or the World of Warships PC Wiki, rather. But she's going to be tier 8 in our game. I believe she gets an extra AA mount, so she's going to be good against those pesky carriers. I had a rather fun experience last night. However, are you guys paying attention? Now, this is, of course, an edit, but is this weather indicative of cyclones coming into the game? Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't think they should, or I don't think they will, rather. I think this is just, again, an edit from our Lord and Savior Robin, who's also my father, my uncle, and sometimes also my son at the same time. But that is something to pay attention to, because these effects, man, Robin, he just does such a good job. The editing, I wish we were able to get the UI that the development team has access to create a few more cinematic shots, but no other teasers that I noticed in this gameplay. I can't even tell what ship that was, but it looks like she'll be getting an epic camo, which I'm sure is available for purchase. Oh man, we gotta love wargaming. On top of that, the Blue Archive was confirmed. 5 commanders and 3 ships, I think, will be the final output. I'm not exactly sure. Someone in my video was like, how much is this going to cost? And I believe it will be close to $1 billion or 100 billion. I forget the exact quote from Dr. Evil there. But let's go ahead and look at the World of Warships PC Wiki on the Velos here, the European Special Premium Tier 9 destroyer, one of the prolific Fletcher-class destroyers with a powerful AA weaponry and high running speed, transferred to the Hellenic Navy in 1959. So she's got the 127 millimeter Mark 30 or 38 Mark 12 on a Mark 30 mod point. I messed all of that up, so ignore pretty much on a mod .0 mount there. But 4x1, and I believe that one of the guns, because Fletcher obviously has 5, was replaced with an AA mount. The later on we went, throughout history, the more or the less that guns mattered, and the more that AA and like rockets and stuff mattered. So that is probably the reason for that as well. On top of that, she also only has 1 torpedo launcher of a quintuple tube, I believe is the correct pronunciation, but 1x5 there. Now, she does get a 60-second reload on those torps, and they he said 19,000 damage, so similar to the USS Black torps, except a little bit faster, a little bit, I actually forget Black's range. I think Black has more range than that, but 10.5 kilometer range, pretty decent damage, and a little bit faster. So with a 60-second reload coupled with smoke and these fast-firing guns, you get a 2.5 reload, which is, they said down here in the description, one of the better DPMs at the tier. Now, of course, how that's going to transfer over to Legends, we don't know, but let's go ahead and read this here. One of many Fletcher-class destroyers built by the U.S. and later transferred to other nations, Tier 9 Premium Destroyer, Tier 8 in our game, Velos takes her place as the first Greek ship in the game. Shout out to all my Greeks, I know a few of them. Legendary comes to mind, of course. There's a few others as well. Although serving in the European tech tree, she is much closer to her American cousins than her European counterparts. Interesting. So Velos carries 4 127mm guns and 4 single turrets, 2 forward and 2 aft of the superstructure. Both her guns and her shells are identical to those found in Fletcher-class destroyers. Okay, so decent penetration, not the best. She shares Fletcher floaty shells and long flight times, which allow her to farm targets behind most island cover, but hitting agile targets at range is going to be more difficult. So farming battleships and heavy cruisers is going to be fun, pending radars and, sitting in your smoke. We saw a play yesterday, a guy he's spotted instantly, just rushed right in and smoked up. But anyway, her 12.1 kilometer main battery range is slightly below average for the tier. Now, they say that, but that would be one of the highers in Legends. Now, of course, I think this is going to be reduced probably to 11.1, 11.4, maybe something around that range for Legends if this is, this statement carries over that it's not one of the better ranges. The same as Chungmu, but less than Fletcher and Black. Although she has less range, she retains the fastest in-tier traverse, able to rotate her turrets 180 degrees in just 5.3 seconds. So that is always helpful if you get caught off guard or a destroyer pops up without you knowing it, I guess. Her main battery reload is also impressive at 2.5 seconds, stock, faster than Fletcher, and one of the fastest at tier 9. So at 2.5 seconds, you're going to pump out a lot of DPM. Probably a gun build, you can get that down even lower. However, with I don't know how I'm going to build this thing, actually. If the torpedoes are 60 seconds, we could Gleaves this up with some range here. I don't know. We're going to have some potential fun with this one, but it says here, dedicated gunboats like Friesland and Kitakaze have greater DPM. She can outgun most lower tier destroyers and torpedo tier destroyers. So basically anything that's not a Sumner or a Z-46, even with the hydro trap there, you'll be able to straight out DPM or out gunboat there. But it's the same play style for pretty much any gunboat. You want to take your advantages, right? Isolate your engagements to where your teammates can shoot at that destroyer and you can't be shot by the enemies. But anyway, that's just kind of a little tip and trick on those consumables. And this is where I think she will actually be pretty good. Now, a sidebar here. I know that this is another American ship. However, guys, after a certain point, especially 5 years into a game, and I know that we need a lot of other actually new ships, so there's a caveat to this statement as well. You're going to repeat the same ships, and I think that doing something like this is much better than doing something like the BA Montana, which is just a not pay to win, but a premium, reskinned Montana for $70. Okay, I don't know the cost, we don't know, but I'd much rather have ships like this, which have some historical content and value, than just the made-up weeb camo commander, with the anime girl shouting. But anyway, that's just a personal opinion. Back to the facts here. Velos carries a similar consumable suite to most high-tier American destroyers. Damage control party, smoke generator, engine boost, and defensive AA. That would max out our D-pad buttons, so if there were any changes to be made, you would probably have to switch those. But unlike her American cousins, her engine boost and defensive AA consumables are in separate slots, so you will get access to both. So this is going to be, a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Slow, not slow, but faster reloading torpedoes with some decent damage output. However, you only get one rack. Only 4 guns, but your DPM is pretty good. Smoke. They say that she's pretty maneuverable here, fast and agile. However, she does not have that much HP. So again, you don't want to be getting caught. You want to make sure you use your smoke generator. Honestly, with the torpedoes and the guns, I'm thinking now, with the way they are, and considering we only get 2 smokes base unless they change it in Legends, I might be putting fully packed or some, Dewey build on this. If Dewey gets fully packed, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But maybe even a cruiser commander to increase that gun range. Just play like a tiny little cruiser with a long duration smokescreen. But anyway, anti-aircraft, unlike her American cousins and European counterparts, Velos AA defenses are average, which I find a little off-putting. I thought it was going to be better, but I'm actually just now reading this. Her long-range defenses and flak are both underwhelming. Most of her defenses lie in her mid-range. Okay, so those are, I believe those are the Bofors with of course, the 127s being dual purpose. But battle performance, players familiar with high-tier American destroyers should feel right at home, and I love American destroyers. We have a video coming out in the USS Black. I am so backlog on videos. I just need to pump one out every single day. I love getting, pumps in every day. Just kidding. Pros, high main battery, DPM, fast turret traverse, fast torpedo reload, high top speed with excellent agility, excellent concealment, smoke generator consumable with increased action and dispersion times, defensive AA fire, and engine boost consumables in separate slots. Cons, low health, floaty shells, and long flight times, only 4 main turrets, only 1 torpedo rack, weaker AA defenses, which I guess that's, with the defensive AA fire, and unless it's just a Kaga who's going to focus you the entire time, you should be doing okay. Does not use the improved American AA defensive fire consumable. So your defensive fire consumable is, I guess, improved. It's just not the American improved. So instead of 200%, it might only be 100% or some percentage like that. Again, these are PC stats. These do not directly carry over. I don't know how many times I have to say that in each of these videos. This is all pure speculation. However, gauging from a lot of the previous ships that have crossed over, a lot of this stuff is the same. But here is just different builds on the PC. And do they have any historical info? No. I love this the Wikipedia pages on this. We actually have one now for Legends. So make sure you guys give that a check out. I know that it was third party created, and they have done a fantastic job on that website. So hopefully this will be on here soon. But yeah, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give that video and of course Robin and the team a follow over there on that official page. I didn't spot any teasers. I really hope that the Hindenburg or we get a legendary ship this update. Man, the legendary tier, it's like, I don't know, it's just like that hot girl in high school or college or something. It's like you always want her, but when you finally get her, it's just like she's been used. No, I'm just kidding. It's like this thing you're always chasing. And then when we get it, just because of how nightmarish legendary tier is. But I think that more cruisers would definitely help. The game is destroyer and battleship heavy. And yeah, anyway, I hope that you guys found this insightful. Let me know if we should do Japanese week this week. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a busy week of content in terms of patch notes and just other stuff. So I may get some different one out to you guys. But I love you guys. Have a great day. I'm out. Peace.